Hello everybody, and good morning, good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to today's webinar. We're glad to see so many of you here today, so thank you. And today we're going to be covering some peripheral programming using Arduino and Python on the new MediaTek LinkIt Smart 7688 Duo. A couple of introductions. So my name is Michael Francis. I'm a marketing manager at MediaTek Labs based in Cambridge, UK. So I'm going to be handing over in a minute to Ajith KP, who is a technical consultant based in India. And Ajith specializes in the IoT LinkIt Smart 7688 Duo and also the non-Duo version of the board. And he's going to be taking us through the technical aspects of doing some programming today. So with no further ado, I shall hand you over to Ajith.
Thank you, Michael. Hello, everyone. Hope I'm clear, or my audio is clear, right, Michael?
Yes, you are, Ajith, yeah.
Perfect, thanks a lot. So today we are going to cover the following topics. Who is MediaTek? What is MediaTek Labs about? Introduction about our 7688. And the software tools, what are the tools you need to program it. And then we will go in deep about the peripheral programming, which is the main topic of today's webinar. And we will, finally, we'll have some AR questions as well. So MediaTek, who is MediaTek? We are a global company. We have offices in 27 offices across 12 countries. Probably you may be knowing about all these locations as well. So we are a leading in many of our products, a world leader in many of the products. We are number 3 in gaming console, you can see, and we are number 1 in feature phone, number 2 in tablets, number 2 in smartphones, TVs, digital TVs, DVD and optical disc drivers, drives. We are number 1. That's an overview about the MediaTek. And if you know, most of you might have seen Sony Android TV, which is powered by MediaTek, and new Amazon Kindle tablets are also powered by MediaTek processor in that. Coming to a smartphone business, we have plenty of smartphone companies who are using our MediaTek chipset on that. Say, for example, name a few, it's HTC, Sony. So that's about MediaTek. Overall, some overview about our product information. And coming back to MediaTek Labs, we are a developer-centric ecosystem, mainly targeting IoT and wearable business. It's a free program where anybody can join. There is no fee as such. But our intention is basically to allow you to create a device from your idea to prototype to an actual device creation. So we have plenty of services to support you from your idea to prototype to device creation, which I will talk about more in coming slides. So this is the main intention of MediaTek Labs, enabling developer and maker success. What we do is we will interact with you from your idea, or we will allow you to create prototype from your idea. And once you create a prototype, then we will help you to achieve your dream, which would be creating a device or the actual product from your idea. So how do we do that? So for the idea to prototype, we have development resources. We have hardware development kits, which will allow you to create prototypes using basic or the simpler way, using Arduino, or if you are a professional developer using C or Eclipse, you can use that, and even Linux OpenWRT. So after that, while creating your prototype itself, we are giving you support on technical aspects, how you can achieve this one, whether this is possible, or what are the components you can use to achieve or to make your prototype. We are providing the cloud service also for your creating your prototype. And then after that, once you create the prototype, we will introduce you to a design house and production houses where you can get a lot of help to create an actual product. So looking at MediaTek LinkIt portfolio, we have plenty of development boards which are satisfying wearable and IoT use cases, starting with LinkIt One, which is having all the connectivity to create a IoT or wearable device. Mainly, it has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GSM, GPS, and all digital or analog pins to connect any sensor, read values, send data to cloud, or do some processing. So sending data to cloud or connectivity wise, we can connect to other devices using Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, or GSM, SMS, or GPRS data. You can use any of those. The other one is LinkIt Assist 2502, which is targeting professional developers. It is having a wearable form factor. Similar to LinkIt One, it has extra features of display and touch panel. And the other two products are 7681 and 7688. 7688 will go in detail in the coming slides, and 7681 is a Wi-Fi enabled device which you can think about to create smart plug, or if you want to create a smart bulb or anything which can connect with internet, and then you can control from your mobile. So very rapidly growing LinkIt community. We have plenty of projects which are there in Hackster and various sites as well. In our labs.mediatek.com also you will be able to find out plenty of projects. So coming back to our LinkIt Smart 7688 SDK, so it's having MediaTek 7688 AN as the highly integrated SoC for Wi-Fi. So that's the SoC in this platform, and we have software development tools, OpenWRT, Python, Node.js, and Arduino. So you can use any of these programming options to program it. So 7688 is having two versions of SDK, LinkIt Smart 7688 and LinkIt Smart 7688 Duo. So Duo is the one which is having Arduino compatible SDK. So there is a separate MCU for this particular platform. So there are multiple programming options. So you can see right side, that's a LinkIt Smart 7688 Duo. So you can program it using Python, Node, Arduino, or even C and C++ for system programming. So this is how Smart 7688 looks like. You can see the pinout diagrams and other things. So there is a USB host. You can connect any other USB device like webcam or any other USB device you can connect directly. And below you can see USB port, MCU USB port, which you will be connecting to your workstation. Then top you can see MPU reset button, and middle it's a Wi-Fi reset button, and below it's a MCU reset button. Top you can see MPU reset button. So this is basically under this cover, shielding cover, there is a MP7688 AN SoC, and it's a 128 MB DDR RAM. There is a micro SD card slot as well. If you want to store some data on the SD card, you can use this one. So there is a Atmega 32U4, which is the MCU basically. So Arduino running on this MCU. There is a 32 MB of flash available, which you can. I think it's pretty much good for any IoT use cases. So coming to hardware spec, there is an MPU and MCU. As I said, MCU is Atmega 32U4 and MPU is 580 MHz MIPS 24K AC CPU. Memory 32, flash, RAM of 128. There is also SD card support. Power, normal USB 5 volt will be drawing. Digital I/O, there are 24 pins you can use. There are analog 12 pins. External interrupts, I2C support, SPI, UART. It can support, as you know, it's a 802.11 BGN. That's a standard Wi-Fi, and there is a PWM port as well. So how to program LinkIt Smart 7688? You can choose any of this one. There is it's multiple programming options are available. Python you can use, Node.js, C programming, or Arduino. So Arduino is available only on 7688 Duo. So core, it's basically running on OpenWRT Linux OS. So the OpenWRT package we have loaded with plenty of packages by default, so you don't have to install separately, or sometimes you may have to install it separately, some other packages as well. But basic packages are built in along with this OpenWRT itself. So OpenWRT information, it's running on Chaos-Commerce, which basically length distribution started way back in 2004. It's basically targeting the wireless router. Plenty of features and framework which you can get a lot of packages so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can create your prototype very fast. So these are the packages which are built in with this one: Dropware, Curl, UVC, USB camera. So USB camera also, if you can just buy one UVC camera, connect with the USB host and start the command to start the camera. You can stream the video content to website or locally as well. So Python support, OpenSSL, Node.js, you can use Node.js program as also. And in the case of Smart 7688 Duo, there's a bridge library support. Directly you can use Arduino Yun Bridge Libraries. I will be showing those things in later part of this webinar. So we have libra and UPM as part of the package itself, and Avahi also present in the package. So supported programming languages, as I said, you can use C++, Python, and Node.js. C++ programming is supported in Mac and Linux workstation, and Python and Node.js you can use Windows as well. So let's go in deep dive into LinkIt Smart 7688 Duo. So as I said, it has one MPU, which is MT7688, which is running on OpenWRT, and there is an MCU at Mega 32U4 where Arduino is running. So if you look at this figure closely, you can see all the sensors are connected with Atmega 32U4. The Wi-Fi module, basically internet connectivity and USB or SD card support is from the OpenWRT space. So if you want to get some data from some sensors which are connected with the Arduino or the Atmega 32U4, you can get data from OpenWRT as well. So there are three options which I will be talking about in the further slides. So what you need to keep in mind here is sensors are connected with MCU for the fast response or the say robotics or something of that sort. If you are doing, that's the reason why all the sensors are connected. So MCU will add responsiveness to the sensors and data collection. And from MT7688, either you can send the data to the cloud, or if you want to store the data to the storage, you can do that as well. So there are three programming models available. One is primitive UART connection. Another is Firmata protocol. The third one is Arduino Yun Bridge Library. So for the programming, if you look at the first option, primitive UART connection. So as I said, OpenWRT and Arduino, MPU and MCU communication, you can see the line which is going from OpenWRT Arduino. So you can use internally, there is a USB connection or UART connection which is internally happening, UART connection. So there is a library, UART library, which will be talking to UART port of Arduino part, and sensors data will be read from that, and then you can establish connection between OpenWRT and Arduino. So how does the program look like? You can see left side Arduino program, which you have to load it to the 7688 Duo using Arduino IDE. So this is how it looks like. Right side, it's a Python program. The Python program, what it does is it's trying to light one LED by writing the 1 and 0 to the port over the UART port. So the left program, Arduino Sketch, which is basically waiting for the UART data. So you can see serial 1 dot read, and if the character coming is 0, do something. If it's 1, do something else. So basically it's just writing the data 0 to the digital port, and then writing 1 if the port receives character 1. So from the Python program, you can see that from right side, Python program just starts this one and it's just writing 1, it's sleeping for some time and again it's writing 0. So basically it's a blink program, LED blink program, which is written in Python here, and which will internally talk to the Arduino, and then Arduino, since it's connected with the port and sensors, it will take the action. So that's the first option. The second option is using Firmata. So Firmata protocol is the known or well-known or popularly used in the OpenWRT space or Arduino use cases. So you can see Firmata, instead of UART directly, there is a Firmata protocol which is available. You can easily download it as well, install it in OpenWRT and start using it. So Firmata is the one which will be taking care of Arduino side, as well as there is a Python package for Firmata, and there are plenty of examples which you can use it. So this is the overall MCU-MPU communication. If you look at this OpenWRT 7688, so this is the one which will be responsible for connecting with the internet or any other network. And there is a Firmata Python library and package which you can use. And right side you can see Atmega 32U4, which is running Arduino, and there is a Firmata sketch which is also available in Arduino. So communication is happening through this channel, Firmata protocol over UART. So serial 1 is the number which we are using it in our 7688 Duo, and here it's, if you are trying to connect, you can use /dev TTYS0. And all the peripheral sensors or a motor or any actuators, if you are connected, you will be connecting with the Arduino. So basically this is the overall communication setup. So how do we run one Firmata application using Python as well as Arduino? So you need to upload a sketch provided by the Firmata library to the board, and then you can run this particular Python program which internally connects with the board, Arduino board, like this, and then write some data over this one. So I will show you the actual program maybe after some time. I will show you a demo of all these 3 options. So programming with Firmata options, there are many Firmata protocol libraries available. So popularly used one are Firmata and Pymata. There are 2. Depending on your use case, you can use any of these things. So basically you need to install first pip install Firmata on the board, the 7688 Duo board, by using this command. So that will install the Firmata into this board, and then plenty of examples available in this particular GitHub. You can just go and have a look at this. In Arduino side, you need to start or upload the program sketch, Arduino sketch, standard Firmata sketch. You can just upload it. So if you want to use Pymata, you can just use pip install Pymata, which will install to the board. So before that, you need to keep the 7688 Duo board in the station mode. I will show you that as well during the demo time. So example code you can find out from this link as well. So from Arduino side, you have to, when you are running a Pymata example, you have to use Pymata Firmata plus sketch in the Arduino side. So the third option is to use bridge library, Arduino Yun Bridge Library. You can directly use that. So there are plenty of examples also available as part of bridge library, which would be the simplest one for any Arduino programmer. So everything is controlled by Arduino. Say for example, as I said, a network is connected using MT7688 OpenWRT, right? So if you are using Arduino Yun Bridge Library, Yun Bridge Library will take care of everything. So there is a wrapper library which will internally connect with the OpenWRT module, and then you can send data using bridge library itself. So if you want to activate by default, 7688 Duo doesn't enable this bridge. So if you want to enable this one, you can just log in using SSH or PuTTY and then give these commands to enable bridge library. So Bridge Library, there are plenty of APIs available in Arduino Yun Bridge Library. Say, for example, if you want to execute some Linux processor or processes, Linux side, something like a shell script, you can use the process API. There is a console API which can be used to communicate or monitor the network. File IO if you want to use or say some data to the SD card. So the reason for these things are mainly OpenWRT is responsible for connecting with internet and the SD card data if you want to save. So in the case of Bridge Library, there is existing library itself which you can directly use it, which is basically a wrapper for all these things. So we are providing a MediaTek Cloud Sandbox as well, which is a cloud service for creating your prototype, which will allow you to send some data from your device to the our cloud, MediaTek Cloud Sandbox. And if you want to do some processing there with the data which you receive with the cloud service, you can do that. So basically, it's a RESTful APIs, and from the server side, you can visualize it in a graphical format, or if you want to apply some algorithm on the data which you receive, you can use that as well. So it will allow you to create some videos, pictures, and so you can, as I said, you can connect any USB camera with this 7688 Duo, start it, and if you want to send some data or the video itself to the MediaTek Cloud Sandbox, you can use this particular service. So it's basically you can create some kind of surveillance IP camera type of use cases. So left side you can see hardware, the details, LinkIt Smart 7688 Duo. So there is one breakout board also you can buy. If you want to connect multiple sensors, you can use this breakout board, which is specifically designed for LinkIt Smart 7688 Duo. So you can just keep this Duo on top of this board, this breakout board, and there are plenty of groove sensors you can, if you have already, you can just connect with any of these ports. So some details about our LinkIt Smart 7688 Duo testimonials. I mean, people find it very easy and very easy to write programs and start creating their prototypes and devices. What's next? We are having some more webinars on coming in the month of March. So latest one would be March 8th, Bluetooth Low Energy Communication with LinkIt 1. And on March 17th, we have from concept to consumer, how do you make your idea to a dream product. So you can register for this webinars as well. We have listed that in our labs.mediatek.com site. So before going to these questions, I will just show you this demo, how you can connect and what are the things you have to do that. Give me a moment, I will just share my entire screen here. Michael, can you please confirm whether are you able to see my screen?
Hi, Ajith. Yeah, I can see your you've got your slide deck and your slide sorter. Yep, and I can now see a nice plant.
Okay, great. So I've connected my LinkIt Smart 76 Duo with my laptop. Now, how do you access that? The web console. I'll just go here. So if you look at my Wi-Fi connectivity, I've connected with the station with an access point, MEG. I've also connected my LinkIt Smart Duo with this access point. So I'll just use my linkit.local, which will allow me to log into my 7688 Duo. So this is how the console looks like. So once you log in, you can find out basic information like this. You can just upgrade your firmware if you want. You can get all this information. So there are two options available in the LinkIt Smart 7688. Either it can make in access point mode or in station mode. As of now, it's in station mode. You can see the connected network. It's connected with MEG. So if you want to make it like access point, you can just click on this one and then restart it. It will go to access point mode. So station mode is needed if you want to connect with the internet. So that's and if you want to go in detail about OpenWRT, so if you want to look at the detailed information, you can just log into OpenWRT detailed page as well. So you can see plenty of information here. If you want to configure this one, you can do that from this console. And now, how do you connect with the LinkIt Smart 7688 Duo using a PuTTY or SSH? You can use PuTTY in Windows. So similar to this, you can just say my linkit.local and just press enter. You have to give your login as root, and I'm just entering the password. So that's it. You just logged in here, so you can see here. UCI show if you want to see. You can see PKG list. So these are the installed packages as part of Duo. You can see all this data here. So Python, everything is by default. It comes as part of this one. All right. So UCI also you can set some commands as well. Now let me show you how you can write or execute a program. So if you look at this example, I've created a Blink program. Let me use another tool called SCP also to log into this one. Just like a Windows Explorer, you can just use the files which are present in this. So I've created 3 examples as part of this one. I just copied this Python script. So I'm just opening this. So if you look at this example, it's a Python script. It's just it's using UART to communicate with the Arduino board. So you can see here, this is how you are connecting with the Arduino board using UART, a primitive UART, and it's just writing this 1 and 0 after some time. So this is a sample program. So before that, let's see how to configure the Arduino for LinkIt Smart 76 Duo. So this is Arduino version 1.6.5. So initially what you need to do is you need to go to preferences and set the additional board manager URL here. You can just use this LinkIt Smart 76 test underscore index.json. This information, detailed information, it's available on the developer guide. You can just download it from our labs.mediatek.com. So once you enter this one, press OK, and then go to board manager. You will be able to see that LinkIt Smart 76 Duo under this category. You can see that it's installed, latest version 01.6 installed. That's it. After that, what you got to do is you just go here. You will be able to see LinkIt Smart 7688 Duo here. Just select this, and once you connect the board, you will be able to see the port number as well, which will be under LinkIt Smart 7688 Duo. You have to choose this one. So after that, you can just upload any sketch with the board. So let me just open one basic one, which is using Arduino. So there is one Arduino Uno. So this is the primitive one, which I'm just going to download. So I've selected this port number. So I just uploaded this. So it's compiling. You can see here it's compiling, and then it will start uploading the sketch to the board. So after the upload happens, it will just go for a reset. So that's also done. So you can see the done upload. After that, this port comes back to 19, and that's it. This is how you do upload. Now let me just run this program from here. How do you run a Python script from this one? Just type Python. You can see this Python blink UART. So what it will do is it will be sending the data to this Arduino part. So sending 1, sending 0, and from here, if you look at this, you can see turn off command from this one. So basically it's sending data from Linux side. Here it's able to get the data. So this will allow you to send any command from Linux side using Python to Arduino. So from Arduino side, based on the command, you can just start a servo motor, or if you want to get some data from the temperature sensor, you can get it and send it back to this and do whatever you want. So just do a Control C to stop this one from here. So it stopped receiving from this end as well. So this is the basic UART one. Now let's see how to upload another program which is similar to this, but it's using the Firmata protocol. So let's open this. So as I said, there are two options with Firmata: either use Firmata or Firmata or Firmata. So how do you do that? So before I was telling that you need to install pip install Firmata. Since it's connected with the internet, you can install it. So if you have put your 7688 Duo in access point mode, you will not be able to do this one. But in that case, you have to change it to station mode and then enter this command to install the packages. Since it's already connected with the internet, you don't have to worry. Since I already installed everything, so it will not do anything. So maybe I will try again to install Firmata. So it will tell that it's already installed. So by the time it installs or gives the information, I will just try to open this console and then give me a second. So from here you have to let me directly. So if you look at the example, I've already copied here. Previously I've already installed Firmata, so I'm directly running this just to check whether the Firmata package is installed or not. So if it's not installed, I will get an error. Otherwise, it should be okay. So before running this one, I need to run the Arduino sketch as well, right? From here, you go here, examples from Arduino IDE, go to examples. Here you can see Firmata. So this comes as part of Arduino IDE itself. You can just open the standard Firmata. So this is a simple example which will allow you to connect with the Python script. Let me just close this now. Standard Firmata, I'm just uploading just to make sure that port is correct. Okay, now just uploading this sketch. So one thing you have to keep in mind is if you want to, in the case of LinkIt Smart 768 Duo, you have to run Arduino sketch as well as Python. So if you want to run control or do something with Python, you have to run Python script as well as Arduino sketch. So if you just want to use Arduino sketch, you have to use Arduino Yun library. So this is done with the uploading. So now I'm just trying to execute the same Python Firmata blink. So it will send the command. So let's open that program. Firmata blink. Yeah. So this is simple. So if you look at the program from our Firmata, this is the package of import Arduino and Arduino board. This is the connection you are using, and after that you are just writing digital 13 write one. So again, it's a simple blink program which is writing directly using the digital pin number 13 and then read. So if you want to read that, you can use that way as well, board digital read, or if you want to control some servo motors, you can use that as well. So let's see the status from this one. So it started blinking, so you won't be able to see that because it's just I've connected one LED with the board and it started blinking. All right, now that's the second option, as I was telling. Then the third option is to write Yun Bridge Library directly. So if you remember that there are three options, as I said: UART, primitive UART option. Second option is Firmata. Third option is Arduino Yun Bridge Library. So So you have to enter this command. So now it's in this Yun Bridge library is not activated by default. So we need to activate it. How do you do that? You just see this UCS show here, Yun Bridge config disabled is 1. You need to change that to 0. So let me enter that command, set Yun Bridge dot config dot disabled equal to 0. Yun Bridge dot config dot disabled equal to 0. UCI commit, and then reboot this development board. So this is saying servers unexpected closed because it started resetting it. So I'm just closing this. This also disconnected because this underwent one reboot. So let's close this. So now once it reboots, it will be in the Yun Bridge activated mode. All right. Now, how do you run one bridge program or the Arduino Yun Bridge Library example? So in this mode, so once you make this duo in Yun Bridge activated mode, you can directly run any sketch, Yun Bridge sketch you can directly run. So you don't have to have a Python. So it's purely Arduino based programming you can use here. So how do you do that? So let's see whether this is rebooted properly. My LinkIt, just to connect again with the board. Okay, so now it's connected. That's it. Now let's I have copied some of the Yun Bridge library or servers. I have connected the temperature library, temperature sensor and an accelerometer sensor with the board as of now. So let me open this first from our Arduino sketch. Open Arduino sketch, say accelerometer I will open. So this is a plain example which is using one sensor. I am just using the library sensor from the groove sensor, and the GitHub also contains the source code for this one. I'm just trying to upload this one. So this is compiling as of now. So it started uploading the sketch with the board, so that's also done. So it's done with the uploading as well. Now let's see the console. You can see the values from a accelerometer sensor. I am just moving this accelerometer sensor. You can see those values are changing, right? So it's fairly simple program, just connected with the sensor, and then use this example and you can see the values. Alright, and if you want to use any other example, you can just use examples. You just go here, bridge, for example, HTTP client, right? So this example also fairly simple example. It uses HTTP client, just connecting with the bridge and then connecting with the Arduino site and just showing the logo from internet. Let me just upload this program as well. So just to show that it can connect with internet, since the board is connected with another access point which is internally connected with the internet, you can access internet from this device. So if you want to say just read sensor data, say temperature, and then upload those data to the internet or some cloud service, you can use this HTTP client. So now this is done. Board is connected with 19. Just let's see whether the data is coming or not. You can see that moved to permanently white or something, that I think its logo has been changed. Now let me just change to just MediaTek.com. So basically this is HTTP client, you can just get any response, or if you want to post something you can use that as well. So this one, after reset, it will be resetting the port number also. You have to just wait for some more time. After that, the port will come back to the normal state. So now you can see it's getting the MediaTek content from MediaTek the site content using this HTTP client. So basically, if you want to connect with any IoT cloud service like AWS or Windows Azure or IBM Bluemix, you can use this HTTP client directly to post any data. Or even if you want to send data to, say, any ThinkSpeak or any other public site, you can use this library. So basically, it uses this Arduino Yun Bridge Library. And the other thing which I want to show is, say for example, temperature parameter sensor. So this is another sensor I've connected with the board. So temperature sensor, I'm just uploading this data just to show that it shows the value from a temperature sensor. So this, if you look at the example also, it's basically connecting with this. This is just a printf statements, and it's just using the library from the DHT library to read the temperature. So this is uploading is done. So now let's see the values which are coming from this one. So it's having some issue with the connectors, probably. So barometer and temperature and humidity. Let me check the port number whether I have inserted properly or not. I think I've connected instead of 2, I think I've connected with 4. I'm just modifying this code. Okay, this is done. Okay, now I'm able to get the data. So 22 is the temperature and humidity is 5152. So you can see the values. I'm just trying to blow this one just to see that whether it's increasing or changing the temperature. At least you can see that there is change in, yeah, I just blew and then it's changed the temperature values. So that's about Arduino Yun Bridge Library setup. And last thing which I want to show is the our MCS Cloud Sandbox, MediaTek Cloud Sandbox, which will allow you to create cloud services. You can just go here, sign in the MediaTek Cloud Sandbox, and if you want to know in detail about the tutorial how to connect, you can see here. This tutorial shows how you can connect from our LinkIt 1 or 7688 or 7688 or 81. Just take this example. So if you go down, you will be able to find out all the tutorial step-by-step process, how you can control, make a switch or image display, how you can capture image from this device by connecting a UVC camera and then send the image to the cloud or video stream as well. So you have to register here. So if you have not registered, you can just register yourself and then get the account. It's completely free. You don't have to pay anything. You'll be able to use all the services from MediaTek Cloud Sandbox. So I would encourage you to visit our website, MediaTek labs.mediatek.com. It has plenty of information about our various offerings. You can also see a list of events, upcoming events here. Then if you want to buy 7688, you can you can buy from Seed Studio. So there's a link also here. It's provided the details also. Looks like there is a flash sale also happening till 7th of March. You can see the pricing details also here. So this is something like which I have created a demo from this part. So you can see this is the console, my console basically. You can control your 7688 from this one. Get some data from the 7688 which can display here. If I want to control some lights, I can just control from here. And video stream, since I have not connected as of now, you are not able to see this. And there is this is the image. You are not able to see that as of now since I have not connected with this one. So this is created long back. So you can see that images which are show history. If I selected, it will show some images. If I have created only, there is one image as of now. So basically you can make use of this cloud sandbox to create cloud service as well. So that's it from my side. So let's go back and see if there are any questions on this one. So as a next step, I will encourage you to register yourself in the site labs.mediatek.com. You will get plenty of materials, technical details, support. There is a forum, you can post your queries. You will get reply on various products, technical help as well. Michael, can we check the questions now?
Yes, Ajith. So thank you very much for that very interesting programming dive into the 7688 board. We have a few questions already, but which we're now going to read out and answer accordingly. But before we start, please do put your questions into the WebEx panel, and we're going to read them out. So we welcome all questions. So the first question is from Andre, and Andre is asking which Arduino models are supported by the LinkIt Smart 7688.
You mean the Arduino IDE version? So Arduino IDE version 1.6.5 is the one which we have tested and verified. So this is development board 7688 Duo. So board, you don't have to buy any other board, so you can use this board as Arduino. It's a replacement for Arduino kind of use cases, I would say. Then you can use Arduino IDE version 1.6.5.
Thank you, Ajith. So hopefully that answers your question, Andre. So the next question we've got is from Maurice Chen. Maurice is using the Mac OS X, but can only see the network port in Arduino IDE, and the serial monitor doesn't appear to be working. So I don't know any ideas there, Ajith, or whether Maurice should post that on our technical forum.
So if you are not able to find out, probably I hope you are using Arduino version 1.6.5. If you are using maybe 1.6.7 or something, we have not tested it, but I can check that as well. But I would suggest you to check our forum as well. So there are plenty of information available. So if you don't find that, just put your query or in the forum. I will just check that and then reply back.
Thanks, Ajith. So Morris has just come back in the chat saying yes, he's using 1.6.5.
Okay, fine. So there should not be any problem with that. Probably after installing everything in the developer guide, you can just go to our 7688 developer guide. It's clearly mentioned that the setup, what you have to do that to set up everything in a Mac. Also, there is a FAQ also saying if there is any problem with then what you have to do that. So even after checking that, if you don't find that, just drop your details in the forum. We will come back to you on that.
Okay, thanks, Ajith. We've got some more questions coming, which is fantastic. The next one is from Ashwani. He's asking, out of 3 ways of serial connection, which one is most efficient and robust?
So efficient wise, most of the things are there, I think almost perfectly working. There is no issue as such. It depends on how you want to do that. So if you want to control everything from Python, then probably you have to use Firmata. I would suggest you to use Firmata from Python to Arduino side, or if you are okay with, if you are familiar or if you are not familiar with Python or Node.js, if you want to just use Arduino, you can directly use Yun Bridge Library.
Excellent, thanks, Ajith. And another question from Ashwani is asking about what about a watchdog timer on the 7688?
So are you looking at some more information about the logs? So basically, if you are writing a program, you can just write it, or if you want to connect with any say Lauterback or something for debugging purpose, you can connect that as well. So in our developer guide, it's mentioned that if you want to use those, how you can connect that. There is information about that. You can use that.
Okay, thank you. And another question from Glendon Turner, who's asking, can the 7688 run PHP interpreter?
So at least I have not tried that. So depending on the, so you want to run a PHP server on 7688. So you at least I have not tried that. So as of now, what we are suggesting you to do that would be a HTTP server or something. You can just create and then start using it, because we have packaged some servers along with the OpenWRT package, which you can use that. But since it's open source, right? So you can just try to see that whether it's compatible with that by installing or following some steps.
So before we go, I'd just like to say thank you to everybody for attending today. I'm sure you agree that it's been a really interesting webinar from Ajith.